Welcome to Ozrock Rated One and Done, the podcast where, instead of rating an Australian band's whole catalogue, we take their obvious best album and have a yarn about it. With your hosts, Ben and Sam. Ozrock Rated One and Done.
Yes, welcome back to Ozrock Rated, the One and Done series.
Welcome everybody, and I hope you enjoyed our first one, which we did
5 minutes ago.
5 minutes ago. We're seeing this is what's good about this format is we can actually bang out a couple and we can have them ready to go so that we got content.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to cheat the system either because people are looking at us
look
now.
Our shirts, unless we're going to wear the same shirts.
Well, we could just do one shirts, one skins.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea. Who's going to go skins? I've lost a lot of weight. No, like probably put a bit back on, but lost about 12 kilos there. So
I put a bit on. I've been eating my feelings since my wife's been crooked.
Yeah, right.
But I'm back on the train now.
Okay, you've been walking. I'm yet to get back to exercising or anything yet. So
I'll tell you what though, when you hit 50 like me, you whack it on fucking quick.
Oh, do you?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Seriously, I only ate like a dickhead for about probably 2 months, and I think I put maybe 5 kegs on. Maybe a bit more.
Water retention?
No, it's just fucking being a guts.
What have you been eating?
Just gutsing. Like just, 4 litres of ice cream. you know where it just tastes fucking unreal and you just think, fuck it, I'm just going to eat the whole thing.
That's me the last few weeks, but I've been very disciplined leading up to Christmas. And then it wasn't Christmas. People always blaming Christmas. Oh, yeah, Christmas, I guts myself. School holidays. That's what's getting to me.
The key is to realise when you, like to understand when your pants are getting, when I was real fat, however long I had to go.
So you were about 130 kilos, right? So what are you now? Like you lost 50 kilos somehow.
Almost.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm up to. I'm about 87 now, but I'd like to live at around 82 usually. But I did get under 80 a couple of years ago, but I think I look like a bit of
that's too much. You would have looked like a bloody someone that's been to POW camp for a bit.
But you got to understand, like when your pants get a little bit hard to do up, you got to go, okay, that's enough. Whereas before, I'd be down at Grace Brothers getting a pair of size 42 jeans and going, oh, geez, they must be making them a bit different. Like it wouldn't be me. Oh, surely I haven't gotten bigger. And then before you knew it,
42.
Yeah, no.
You shopping at Johnny Biggs?
Yeah,
what's that
I
shop?
did.
What's that shop?
I used to go to Canberra just to go to that big and tall shop.
Oh, that Mark Vlahos's.
Yeah, but I wasn't even fat. Like I was just fucking.
Yeah,
I
can't understand. And like I'm not casting dispersions.
No, you can because I was just thick.
Oh no, I just can't.
I was thick.
Like. I got to 112 kilos and I was right, that's enough. And then got down to 100 and I'm probably 103 maybe now, but I want to get down to about 95, I reckon. But yeah, I was like, what do you got to do to get to 250 kilos? Anyway.
It's tough.
Oh, yeah, because I couldn't do it. I don't know.
I could get back there easy because I love eating.
Could you get to 250 kilos?
Oh, no, maybe not that. No, because I
don't know how people do that. Anyway,
you just got to be extra sad.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm not sad. I'm a happy fella.
You just love snacks.
Oh yeah. Well, my problem is eating them at night. You can snack all day.
It's not really. You can't.
Well, I haven't had indigestion. That's my big thing. I haven't had indigestion for months. I used to get real bad heartburn, and then I just sorted my shit out.
But the only reason you get heartburn is because you've eaten too much and your guts can't handle it.
Yeah, it's because I was eating too late. You'd eat at like 11 o'clock and then go to bed half an hour later and your body's like... and I mean like 8 pieces of toast and a box of barbecue shapes and then half a carton of chocolate milk and then, better go to bed.
I'll just go lie down and let it all settle.
Just let it all sink in.
And it's fucking fighting for its life trying to come out. I don't understand why I got after.
Yeah, oh jeez, I better go see a doctor. Fucking idiot. What an idiot. Anyway, so I hope everybody out there is happy and healthy. And if you need to talk to anybody, give us a yell. We're
Seriously.
here to talk.
If you want some
Seriously.
weight loss advice, hit us up.
Well, I'll talk about anything.
I'll tell you what I've been doing. Overnight oats. Yum. Fucking beautiful.
Not for me. My wife does that. Not for me.
So today's or this episode's album will we put it on the artwork?
Yeah, of course. Let me put the artwork up now so everyone knows what we're talking about.
Oh, hang on. No, you should do it after I say it. Will it be on the thumb stamp thing?
Well, I can do full screen or I can do thumbnail.
No, on Spotify. Oh, it'll have the title anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
People will know.
Yeah, people will know. Here we go.
Yeah, Goanna, Spirit of Place.
What a good album.
Iconic Australian album.
We saw Goanna.
Do you know much about this one?
About this album? Not really. I was into a few songs off it, but never really sat down and kind of listened to the whole album until we saw them. We saw them, didn't we? They supported Midnight Oil not long ago, and it was kind of so Shane Howard is the main guy, and his sister.
Well, Goanna at this time they had been through quite a few lineup changes. They were around in 1977, I think they formed. This album's from 1982, November 1982, at which time the band consisted of Shane Howard, the ringleader, the only consistent member through the whole history of the band, on guitar and vocals. Peter Coughlin was the bass player. Robbie Ross on drums, also played for the Melbourne Storm. Graham Davidge was the guitar player, and Warwick Harwood, the other guitar player. So they had 3 guitar players, but Warwick left soon after the recording of this album. Rose Bygrave was the keyboard player, like organ and Rhodes and that kind of thing. Marcia Howard is Shane's sister. She was on backing vocals, I suppose you'd say.
Yeah, joint vocals, some of them.
Yeah, and Mick O'Connor was another keyboard player, but I think he was more piano. So big band, like 8-piece band.
Yeah.
And
are the 2 ladies still with him, Rose and...
Yes.
Rose and what's his sister's name?
Marcia. Although he pronounces it Marcia.
Marcia.
Yeah.
Because I remember when we went and saw him, there was and me not knowing much about him, there was a lady playing keyboards and another lady singing. So that's both of them.
That's Rose and Marcia.
That good? Yeah, good. Because I know they had a different drummer. That was Marcus Ryan, I believe his name is. A really good drummer.
Well, Robbie Ross, I love the drums.
I had never heard of Robbie Ross. There you go. Never heard of him.
Well,
since or before.
Just like our last episode a lot of our episodes, even on the full episodes, you don't know some of these fellas, and they could walk past you in the street. You would never know. And they're some of the greats. The current members are Marcia, Rose, Shane, and Graham Davidge, the guitar player.
Yeah, and then they just get
we'll get
around.
We'll get into them more as we go.
Right. So we're talking about the album
Spirit of Place, produced by Trevor Lucas.
Right.
Now, Trevor's a very interesting fella. Do you know much about Trevor?
I looked up Trevor. He died quite a while ago.
Yeah, quite young too.
In the 90s, didn't he? And he was so he produced this album, but I didn't know much about him.
Well, he's a very famous folk singer, born in Australia. Grew up in Australia, but then moved to the UK, and he was a member of Fairport Convention.
Yeah.
Who were a huge folk band.
Were they? I'm not a big folk. Are you a folk guy?
Oh, not so much that English folk. I'm not a big guy with that. But he was married to Sandy Denny, who was in Fairport Convention as well. But she's famous for being on Led Zeppelin 4. She's on the song, not Going to California. The other one. Battle of Evermore, is it? The Queen of Light took her vows, and then she turned to gold. That's her. So he's married to her, but he also produced Paul Kelly and the Dots, that Talk album,
really,
and Red Gum. So there's a bit of synchronicity there.
But wasn't this album produced by the Dingoes guy?
No.
Oh, what did the Dingoes guy have to do with it?
Nothing.
Right.
Who's the Dingoes guy? Oh, yeah. No, well, I think people get the Dingoes and Goanna confused.
They do. Broderick Smith, his
Broderick
name
Smith,
is.
no,
yeah,
nothing.
So Dingoes had that "Ooh Ah Don't Fall in Love" song, didn't they?
Yeah, and they were the Way Out West
Way
guys.
Out West.
Yeah, the Singing Lamb took hold of him and Rainsy.
Oh, James Blundell.
Yeah.
Why do you call him the Singing Lamb?
Because I read a review of him once, and somebody said that a lamb had more vocal power than James Blundell. I'll never forget it. I was trying to think of how much range a lamb had and how much power.
Not much. His lamb's just like. "Ah."
I'll never fucking forget that. I don't know where I read it, but it was very funny. Thank you, whoever that was. But they're pretty right because he can't sing for shit.
Really?
No, he's terrible. You go back and listen to that Way Out West song. Rainsy carrying the whole thing.
Oh, Rainsy can sing.
Oh, sing his ass off.
Oh, there you go. I'd never really thought of James. Well, I don't even know
That's
what
funny.
James does. Does he even bring out albums anymore? I don't even know.
No one cares.
Anyway,
Number 2 this reached on the Australian Kent Music Report,
right.
the predecessor to the ARIA charts, as you
Wonder
so
what was,
helpfully pointed out.
Wonder what was number one.
It's a good question.
What year?
82.
1982. It's probably Boom 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 or something.
Possibly.
Could have been.
280,000 copies, 4 times platinum.
Nice.
And that's just back then, and it continues to sell to this day, apparently, even on CD. Because it is one of those records that this seemed to be omnipresent. I remember this because it's such an iconic cover with Uluru and the plane and the colours and that, and I just remember seeing it all the time. I've actually got it on a T-shirt now, and I should have worn it. I just thought. Anyway.
So, you ever been to Uluru?
No, and I'm going very soon.
You know,
that's my next destination. I've already decided, me and the family.
You know who has been?
Who? Did you go?
This guy. I've
When?
been twice.
What?
Mm-hmm. Actually played in...
Actually to Uluru or to Alice?
to Uluru and went right up. And I got to tell you, and this is going to... I don't know if it's going to sound stupid, but it's magical.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone says, and that's why I want to go.
It's you can't even describe if you haven't been and you get a chance. And I was very respectful, walked around and just had a look at everything, watching all these fucking dingbats climb it.
Yeah, well, you can't anymore. Since Pauline Hanson got stuck.
and they've got the ropes and everything going up there, and I was like, it's just... Don't climb it. Just walk around and it's not like anything you've ever experienced. It's
crazy.
Unbelievable.
It's the heart of Australia. Literally, almost.
It is.
And on the cover, on the liner notes on the back of this album, there's excellent cover art on this. Look it up on Google, and there's a really good, not montage. What do you call it? Fucking, collage. With a heart right in the middle, like an actual, stylized love heart, but obviously represents Uluru. It's fantastic.
Oh, what's on this cover art?
On the back of the album, yeah.
Oh, wow. What's the plane? Is it
what
sort of plane is it?
It's just like a commercial. Oh. No, I think it's a commercial passenger plane, but an old-fashioned one,
Yeah, I wonder what that means.
I don't know. I've always wondered that. But the more I used to think it meant like getting away. But the more I think of it, I think it's like a juxtaposition between the modern world and the ancient.
And is the cover art meant to look like the Koori flag or not?
Absolutely.
It is.
Yeah. I think so. But and I think that there's the straight lines underneath Uluru. I think that's kind of like almost a nod to the modern world as well, like straight lines, and then you've got the ancient natural wonder of Uluru, and then you've got the plain. I don't know. I'm sure he's explained it somewhere. He's a very effusive kind of guy. Is that the right word? He's very forthcoming. You can ask him anything. All the interviews I've heard with him, he's very happy to tell you all about his, he's very forthcoming with all of his, influences and how he wrote songs and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sure he'd be happy to tell you about the cover.
It's a great cover anyway. And yeah, at the concert they just had that up the back.
Oh,
It
so
looked
good.
So good. Looked awesome.
Anyway.
All right, let's get into it.
Cheatin' Man is the first song. Let's have a listen. What do you reckon?
It's one of my favourite songs.
Oh,
on the
really?
album. Don't you like it?
No, it's one of my least favourite, and
Oh, really?
I've always
I love it.
I've always hated the fact that this album opens with that song because, and it's not the song itself; it's that fucking guitar.
Oh, don't you like the
No,
guitar?
I hate it. It's coming in like after every line, like as if to, like just fucking shut up, play. You know, if you want to play. Just play the accompaniment, and then if you want to play a solo, then do it later. But stop fucking like after every single vocal line, there's a little answer with that horrible strat tone.
I hadn't even noticed that.
I hate it. I'm
Shit,
sorry.
Man, you ruined it for everybody.
No, everybody will probably love it, but I just can't stand that fucking guitar.
No, I'm listening to those changes underneath it.
Oh, it's nice.
The changes underneath it and that nice CP70 piano.
I love all that. No,
Yeah.
that's a Rhodes.
Are you sure it's a Rhodes?
100%. That's what Rose played. Rose was a Rhodes lady.
That's got to be a CP70.
I guarantee you, because I thought the same thing, and I looked it up, and she only ever played a Rhodes piano and a synth thing. True. Because no, listen later on, you'll hear it. Yeah, but I love like. That's Shane and Marcy are singing together.
Yeah.
And obviously siblings, they always say that they sound much better together. But Shane's voice is like immediately captivating. And it's one of the things I love so much about this band is Shane Howard's voice is just so fucking like unique and oh God, I say that too much. I got to think of a different adjective. But it's so Australian and
so Australian.
And such a authoritative, and he's just got so much conviction when he sings. You just know that he means every single word.
Well,
amazing.
Now, does it sound Australian because he's obviously got a big Australian accent, or like I reckon there's an Australian sound. Take him and Marcia out of it, and like that production and that vibe and like the sound of the drums and the bass and everything, like it couldn't be from anywhere but Australia in the early 80s, late 70s, right?
I say it all the time, but
but like God, and like again, just production that blows your hair back.
Yeah. Where was this
recorded? So good. Like the sound of everything on that, the drum sound and the bass sound, it's got that glue, that compression that. So, and everyone's always banging on about fucking analog gear and everything, but this is what they're talking about, I suppose. And this is kind of like, imagine what this would have sounded like when you got the fresh LP and put it on your Marantz. Like in 1982, it would have just been like, man.
Just punchy and warm and fat.
Yeah.
Huge.
Just everything sounds great and there's nothing sticking out. No, man, it's just, it's really missing in today's music.
There's not much info about this, but I'm sure it would have been recorded in Melbourne somewhere. Maybe it's Sing Sing or one of those famous studios. They were from Geelong. And all very, like, kind of, I don't know. I think I might have used to think they were kind of like a little gang of rich kids, but they were anything but. I think they came from farming backgrounds and factory, kind of blue collar working, and they all lived in a place called Goanna Manor, which was like a derelict building that they somehow got hold of really cheap rent, and it was one of those artist enclaves, like people would just come in and live there for a few months, and
Right.
They had a big charcoal drawing of Jimi Hendrix on the wall, that kind of place. And I think this album was all born out of that. Well, the first album was, anyway, the first EP.
That's why we're only talking about this. So they had 3 albums, I think, didn't they? They had one and then another one about 3 years later after this, and then another one way later.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's a money-grabbing one, but come on.
Well, there was another one called Return of Spirit of Place or something, but the main other one is Oceania, which is a really good album. But like we said in the last episode, and the whole premise of this series is that this against Oceania was never going to be a contest.
Oceania was produced by Billy Payne.
Yeah.
Out of Little Feat.
Yeah, Billy Payne.
One of my favourite bands. Anyway, a little tidbit. See, that's what we're all about here at Oz Rock Rated. One and done.
Should we?
Tidbits.
I suppose we should keep up the format, and just keep going through them
keep going through the songs and let us know if this is a bit tedious for you or a bit, when we play these songs, it triggers memories, it triggers
I love it when I listen to the other episodes, like the main ones. My favourite bit's when the songs come on. I go, oh, fucking great. Finally.
Oh, yeah, where you hear the songs. Yeah, oh, yeah, we try to break it up. So let's listen to, you probably know this song.
Not in a hurry anyway. You can feel the endlessness coming of the light of day. We're talking about a chosen place. You wanna sell it in a marketplace. Well, just a minute now.
Fuck, I'll never get sick of hearing that.
Jesus.
Will you ever get sick of that?
Never.
Oh.
It brings it. I got the hair standing up on my legs listening to that. Fucking hell.
That Paul I think I've mentioned something similar. Yeah, I think I did in the Hoodoo Gurus episode, but in Paul Kelly's book, he's got one of his chapters is the greatest opening lines ever.
Oh, yeah.
And
is this in it, is it?
No, well, maybe it is, but I think it should be. Out here, nothing changes, not in a hurry anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a great line, isn't it?
Oh, fuck the whole thing. And it's angry. Like, it's angry bass playing and angry drumming. Like, they're fired up.
I was nailing it, by the way. Octaves.
So, would you call it a protest song?
No, I don't think so at all.
No.
So, according to Shane, the inspiration for Solid Rock came on a 10-day camping trip to Uluru during 1980.
Right, so he went out there and felt it.
Well, he had a spiritual awakening.
Oh, there you go. He felt it like I did.
It's brought the fire in the belly to the surface over injustices to Australia's Indigenous people.
That's exactly what
he says.
happens.
I quote Shane Howard. Quote, I realised that this country that I grew up in that I thought was my country wasn't. I had to reassess my whole relationship with the land and the landscape and understand that we'd come from somewhere else and we had disempowered a whole race of people when we arrived.
Man, couldn't put it better myself.
The record company were at first reluctant to issue, you got to remember this is 1982, were reluctant to issue it as a single. And even Howard initially had a few doubts whether commercial radio was ready for such a weighty political subject. However, Howard insisted on its release to make a statement on the British invasion of Australia. Well done, Shane. Peaked at number 3 in Australia and number 71 got to on the US Billboard charts.
Is this song being taken by the the racist kind of element of Australia that don't understand what it's about.
Well, you know, in 1982, in the beer barns of Australia, there was like thousands of people singing along, Solid Rock
Yeah.
standing on, and they had no idea what they were singing
No
along.
idea,
with.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, they're like, oh, fucking, mate, it's a song about Australia, mate. And like, and you know,
but that's
they're
the
same.
genius. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
genius of it, right? That like Shane had the like he just knew how to do that kind of thing. It's fucking incredible song. My God.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. It
And
really is.
first song ever to feature the didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo, yeah.
Yeah, played by a guy called Billy Inder,
Yeah.
who was in a band called No Fixed Address, who
Oh,
are
I
well
remember
worth
No
looking up.
Fixed Address.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
They're an indigenous like reggae band from out in the Never Never, and was founded by a guy called Bart Willoughby,
Oh,
who is the didge player now with Goanna, who goes around with them. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to Billy, but yeah, it might have even been Bart. Oh no, there was a younger fella at the Midnight Oil.
it was one of the Pilgrim mob
Oh, it was too.
from over here, I think. So yeah, unreal. Bloody hell.
Yeah, so the didge comes in about halfway through, but that features an amazing guitar solo from Graham Davidge at the end. I won't play it all. You can listen
Yeah,
to
you
it
can't
yourself.
listen to it, but yeah, you would have heard it. Well, bloody hell, they put it on an Australia Day, fireworks and shit going off, and like, you know,
Yeah.
like I said, like people not actually realizing what it's about. But that's,
I think most people do now.
I think now, yeah, but yeah, back in the day, I reckon the white people would have claimed it as, you know, could have been misconstrued as being like a pro-white kind of anthem.
Well,
I
this was
think.
back when everyone called Uluru Airs Rock
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
rock, yeah.
And Shane wasn't calling it that.
No.
And this was where he began, I think, as far as I'm aware, this is where he began his long-running and still current relationship with Indigenous people in Australia. He's very, very active in that scene, and like does everything he can, much like Midnight Oil. But this predated Diesel and
Yeah.
Dust by quite a fair way, so
Yeah.
he was ahead of the curve there. But there's a great line to it. I won't go too much into it. Everybody knows it, and they can delve into it and bask in its glory, because it is it's one of those songs that's in the national consciousness, like you said. But
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, I reckon people might get it mixed up with Gangajang. You know, like Gangajang, that out on
Yeah.
the patio and all of that. It's kind of similar sort of era and similar sort of sound, and
yeah, but
you know,
Gangajang
very
was,
Australian.
yeah, they were celebrating Australia, whereas Shane sort of has got a bit of shame in it all.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
yeah. But I mean, if the line "white man, white law, white gun" didn't give it away, then
yeah,
I don't know what would have.
yeah, and still relevant today. What, 40 years later?
Amazing song. I
Yeah.
used to play it at my solo gigs all the time. Just
Oh, good.
indulge myself in it. For all the poker machine players in the pool room, they
Oh,
loved
yeah.
it.
What
Yeah.
other songs did you do there?
The next one,
Oh, did you?
all the
Oh,
time.
this is your favourite song ever, isn't it?
You know what?
It's up there.
Fucking close.
with a dream world yesterday. And there she is, here she'll stay. But just never worked out, she said anyway. She's been living on the razor's edge, trying to touch the sun. She won't fall for that same old trick again.
Fuck.
So,
I'll never, ever get sick of hearing that.
it's about rural despair, would you say?
Yeah. That's
It's
a
not-
good word, despair. I think it's about displacement, like about just people drifting. Like not drifting in the like theatrical sense, you know, like drifters going through towns and stuff. Just people that are kind of like no purpose in, no direction.
Stuck in a rut.
Yeah, and they just like it happened to me. Or maybe that's why I love this song so much. Is I ended up in Queensland, like it was supposed to be, and I think that first line, like I got a letter from Davey just the other day, said living in Queensland is not okay. I think everybody's idea of Queensland in Australia is just like tropical paradise, and Davey writes to him and says it's not okay. I'm fucking like I'm lonely as shit. And
'Cause
later on in the song, it exacerbates itself. But yeah, all of the characters like Davey, Kathy's all right. She just gets lonely every day. It's just about people, you know, just on their own. Maybe is that it? Fucking hell, I don't know.
Well, because there's a lot of places in Queensland that are like that, isn't there? Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
tiny little isolated sort of places and stuff that people end up in that may not want to.
But I was on the Gold Coast, and I remember just being real homesick.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. But Davey's fucking not all right.
Well, it's like I always think of this as like this is like the rural kind of version of "Oh No, Not You Again." You know,
Yeah.
"Oh No, Not You Again's more suburban kind of inner city. You know, like the husband's out mucking around, whereas this one's just about lonely people out like isolated sort of areas and stuff. If I'm going to read into things, which I suppose what we do here, but
Yeah, you could be right. I don't know. I think this whole album just has a theme of this running through the whole thing.
yeah,
Like just displacement and to me like the bottom rungs of society. Like people like that might live in a one bedroom. The people that used to come into the pub and fucking call the pot smokers the dregs of society, but then they'd go home to their one bedroom flat.
yeah.
Those kind of people. you
Fucking,
know?
we've all been. I've lived in a one
Yeah, well,
bedroom
everyone
flat.
has.
Like everyone's been there,
And you just
It's-
feel
yeah,
hopeless and useless and alone.
Yeah,
And I think, and then, but like because there's so many songs. Well, even the indigenous people, you know, bottom rungs of society, the people that are alone, the cheating man, like the scumbag that fucking cheats on his missus and lives in a hotel because he got divorced, in a motel even.
yeah.
Yeah, just loners and losers, the fringes of society. The factory workers, the labourers. There's a song about a drover here, a guy just out in the middle of the fucking desert by himself. Those kind of things. It's just so fucking powerful. This song is just unbelievably good. I just love this song so much. It's just so emotional. And like I said before, how Shane just like, do you get that feeling that he just means every single word he sings?
Oh yeah, and I've seen interviews and stuff with him, and he's a hell of a guy. Like he seems like, you know, of course, with anyone that writes songs like this, are always really intelligent, and yeah, he's like a man of conviction, isn't he?
Yeah, just believe. Yeah, he believes everything he says and
Does
sings.
what he says and says what he means or whatever it is.
But
yeah,
I want to play you, if I may indulge, the only guitar solo, the only time that Graham Davidge and Warwick Harwood don't play a guitar solo, or Graham Davidge in particular, don't play the solo on this album is this song, and it's by Ross Hannaford.
Oh, of course, out of
Mondo Rock.
Mondo Rock.
And Daddy Cool,
Yeah.
I think. The big, tall, gangly guy.
Yeah, he's...
Yeah.
Well, when you're talking about Shirl doing that in the last episode, doing the that
Oh yeah, he was on that
wasn't day.
he?
Yeah, Ross Hannaford always seems to be the linchpin in
Yeah.
all of these sort of things. Like, I think he's a very well connected sort of guy, and I think he might even be a producer as well, isn't he?
Well, he's the kind of guy that should have ended up on Hey Hey instead of Red.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Ross Hannaford plays the.
He played the solo.
But, so you mentioned before about the little call and response strat kind of bits. It's all through this song as well.
Yeah, but it's so fucking, I don't know what it is. It's so good. It's just more restrained. But what I want to play is Goanna. If you love this album like me, then you owe it to yourself to go and listen to Goanna live at the Canberra Workers Club in 1985.
Yeah, you played me that the other day. It's weird.
So I want to play you this song, but I'll come in halfway through, and I want you to hear this solo because Ross Hannaford wasn't around, and either was Graham Davidge or Warwick Harwood for this particular gig. They'd been touring for years by this stage, 1985, and they were an absolute gun live band. There's a big blurb about how this album got recorded. But have a listen to this guitar solo that a guy called Brian Holloway plays on Razor's Edge. This makes me want to shit myself.
Trying to touch the sun. She won't pull the same old trick again.
Come on.
Man, they were pretty fucking handy guitar players in Australia. back then.
Fuck. Hear that bit at the end. Oh, come on.
Who's so Australia Crawls, was it Simon Binks?
Simon Binks and Brad Robinson.
Who was the one that played with James Rain on his solo stuff?
Yeah, he had that little
And
short
he had
guy.
the pointy
Yeah,
guitar.
he
That's
was great
who
too.
kind of reminds me of. Like that sort of style of soloing. Like those guys could fucking play. Man, they are proper fucking guitarists.
Yeah.
Like they could properly play, these guys.
You don't hear guitar playing like that anymore.
Nah.
Oh man, that's so good. But to me, that also accentuates probably my favorite thing about this song is Rose and Marcia.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, this song would be not even close to what it is without those two, and they're like to have the balls to sing that. Ooh,
Yeah, just in the middle of that solo.
all through the solo.
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck? How did they even think of that? And then credit to Shane, or if maybe he thought of it, but if he didn't think of it, if Rose and Marcia came up with that themselves and said, "Hey Shane, how about we do that in the middle of the solo?" Like credit to Shane for going, "Yeah, give it a go."
Yeah, I reckon.
He would have spoken it like that too. Yeah, fucking give it a go, girls. I reckon that's a bloody good idea. Oh no, he doesn't talk like that. He's just
he's
a real
bit more
smart
articulate.
guy.
Yeah, he's not a fucking hawker.
I fucking hate him because he's the best.
Imagine if you had met him when we went to the thing.
I would have shit myself.
You would have shit yourself because
I
you're no good.
I cried during when he started playing Razor's Edge. I fucking and we had Clydie there with me, and I didn't want him to see me howling. I had tears streaming down my face. It was so
notice
emotional.
that. I was probably too scared to look at you just in case you were.
Oh my god, just blows everything away. This song, I can't believe that. And then as soon as he introduced it and said how he'd written it on his way up the North Coast or something, I thought, oh, this is it. Fuck, what
Gonna
a song.
break me.
But to
It's a
me,
wonder there wasn't some fucking 60-year-old white woman going, play Razor's Edge Shine! Like fucking halfway through the first song, like they do, the arseholes.
but it's to me, it's the characters in this song, and well, Davey's obviously there. Kathy's all right; she just gets lonely every day, and then Lulu's too tired of living down beside Torquay or Torquay. But Shane can say say it properly and make it sound like Torquay. Fucking, I don't know how he does anyway. And she's getting herself together financially. And they're the great characters, but Davey comes back in after the last chorus really urgently, and I want to play you that bit because this is my favourite bit of the whole song. Let's play the live version because this is how he... Yeah. No, we're up to Lulu. All right, just indulge me. I'm going to go quick through the rest of them, I promise. Fuck, I love this song. Not financially, economically on the live version.
Says one of these days I'm just gonna lie in the sun. Right now I'm wondering, does that day ever come? She's been leaving on the razor's edge, trying to touch the sun. She won't go for the same old trick again. Got a letter from Davey just the other day. And I know she's read, please come to bottom bed. The heart says go, the head says stay.
Fuck, I'm at that gig. I can smell it.
Oh, can't you?
I can, everything in Canberra Workers Club.
Canberra Workers Club.
I'm at, that takes me back. I'm there.
Tell you what, whoever this Mike Emerson guy is, deserves...
Well, it's a desk tape.
It's a desk tape.
So that's what a desk tape is where it's incredibly hard to get a good desk tape because you think about what's the quietest thing on stage is vocals, right? And usually kick drum. So usually desk tapes, all you can hear is fucking vocals and kick drum because the guitar's so fucking loud, like they're usually not even mic'd up. So, and usually with a desk tape, it's done on the fly, like it's done there and then. It's not like they take the multi-tracks and then fix them up. It's like, that's it. So the fact that they've got like a desk tape of this is, and I don't think like, it's not like the van was outside recording everything, the multi-track. This is like on the, so it's fucking hell. It's a testament again to Australian ingenuity in the music business and being able to rock up to the bloody Canberra Workers Club with a tape recorder, probably like cassette. You know, some of the desks used to have a cassette and stuff on it. And so the sound engineer, whoever it is, a fucking genius, has gone, okay, and he's made a mix while they were doing sound check. And then, of course, when it goes live, like everything changes because levels change. Like, my God, that's the fact that even exists is unbelievable.
I'll read you a little bit. It seems how you're quite passionate about it.
Oh, you know, I'm passionate about bloody production.
But Shane says, by the time we did the Canberra Workers Club gig, we'd already been touring pretty solidly through November, December and January 84. Had a short break before driving to Canberra for one of the first shows in a very long tour run to take us to Melbourne, North Queensland, Tasmania, West of Australia. And like all touring in those days, it was nearly all done by road. This is a desk tape, a cassette of the live mix recorded by the band's front of house audio engineer, the very capable and talented Mike Emerson. They were first and foremost live mixes done for a live audience, and the band would listen back to the live tape on the drive to the next gig the following day in an effort to constantly improve the live shows. They weren't made for commercial release. So there you go. And
Jesus Christ,
he says,
that's fucking unbelievable.
Mixing a band live was a completely different reality to mixing a band in the studio. A studio recording was ultra organised and controlled. Live mixing was much more random and spontaneous. So you can imagine Mike riding the faders, pushing people up and down. Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah, well, and so you would have what they call a bus mix, which would be for the tape. So he would have been writing at levels and stuff like that for the audience, like to get the live mix right. But then he would have also been doing a bus mix for this tape. Like, fucking, it's extraordinary. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know exactly what I mean. How extraordinary that even exists in 1984. Come on. Forget about it. That's fucking stupid.
Anyway, back to my point.
sorry.
Yeah, so to me, that's my favourite bit in the song because he goes back to Davey because Davey's already written a letter saying living in Queensland is not okay, but now he writes another letter and says, please come to Byron Bay.
Oh, Byron's all right, he reckons.
No, because he's
to
just
come
so
and get him.
fucking lonely. Like he just wants somebody up there with him. And Shane says the heart says go, but the head says stay. But did he ever go?
Imagine if Davey had to put down 30 grand on a place in Byron, it'd be worth millions now.
Oh man, it's so sad to me. It's so sad because I don't know if whoever, I presume it's Shane. Like, did he ever go up there? Because he says the heart says go. Did he go with his heart or his head? I don't know.
That's up to the listener.
But living on the razor's edge and trying to touch the sun, isn't that what we're all doing most of the time? Or didn't that's what we used to do back in the day?
I don't live on the razor's edge.
No, you don't.
Look at this joint.
Used to try and touch the sun? No, you didn't really. Not very ambitious.
No, not ambitious. I just like... No, I'd never struggled in my life. Have you struggled out there?
Fuck yeah, I have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, out there. Oh,
I mean you.
Fuck off, mate. Struggle street a few times.
Why are you such a battler?
I think that's why it resonates with me so much. It's because I like moving around so much.
Yeah,
if I wasn't
do.
so nomadic, I would
you're
be
very
all right.
nomadic. I'm not. I'm a roots guy. I plant roots.
I just fucking make terrible decisions all the time. That's not my fault, though.
No, that's obviously you got something wrong with you.
Fucking terrible. But it's good because.
But I tell you, you're an ideas man. Like, fuck, this podcast wouldn't be around without it, but then it wouldn't be around without all of my. I don't know why I like things so much.
We'll put you in touch with the
Fuck, I like buying
the Shane Howards of the
Yeah,
world.
well, see, I just like buying things. You can't be on the razor's edge if you like fucking buying things. Look at that bloody conga back there.
No one cares.
I've got a
about
conga.
that.
I've got recording gear, everything. Video now. How are you liking the video? Write in and let us know what you reckon if you're watching it on video.
Scenes brackets from an occasional window as opposed to scenes brackets from an Italian restaurant. Do you reckon that's a play on that? It's got to be.
No. Well, and it would have been out. I don't think it is, but this song fades into out of Razor's Edge, doesn't it? I almost thought it was the same song.
When was Scenes from an Italian Restaurant?
79.
Yeah, so it's well after, right?
Yeah, well after. Oh, no. When was this album, did you say? 82?
82.
Yeah, it's after.
Yeah, 77.
So what does I say? 79, yeah.
It's a piss take.
Oh, is it?
I still don't know what an occasional window means, but anyway.
Oh, no. An occasional window aren't they those windows that they used to have at the front of their house with a little seat on it?
No, that's a bay window.
Oh.
You're an occasional fucking...
Maybe it's a window that only doesn't get used
Well, I
much.
don't care if there's another war. I don't care what they're fighting for. And I don't care if your love's misplaced. Let the earth spin deeper into space. But I sure would like to see you smile tonight. And I just wanna say you took me by surprise. 'Cause I've been tearing up the walls and screaming, is this love or is this treason? Till I don't understand what's going on. What's going on?
Just before we get into it, as an aside, someone needs to gather up all of the early 80s, late 70s Australian symbols.
Oh, they sound so good.
Like, there's something about Australian symbols from the 70s and 80s.
We've
that,
spoken
like,
about that a lot.
Yeah, I know, but I just, like, you see on bloody sites like Buddy Rich's Zildjian symbol set that he might have used once on some TV show going for fucking $400,000. It's like, well, what about bloody Robbie Ross's bloody ride symbol from 1982? How much is that worth?
I noticed that I forgot to mention it in that live. I'm presuming it was Robbie. Yeah, it was. And he was doing those those offbeat dings on the ride bell. Where do you stand on the offbeat ride ding as an accent?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's in the original song. I think he was just bored.
Yeah. Because, as a drummer, I suppose you...
I love that song. That's a great song.
Which one? Scenes from an Occasional Window?
That's such a great chorus.
Well,
so
it's in the
catchy.
same... Well, it's very much in the same vein musically as Razor's Edge, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
but similar kind of format.
With that boom, boom, like
and then
that kind of.
Then the ladies coming in, the vocals in the bit. And that's why I kind of like always thought it was sort of like the same song.
On that point, how good, like when, because I've been tearing at the walls and screaming, and then Marsha goes, screaming. How good's her voice?
Oh,
so fucking good.
Where do you put her as background vocals? Up with Paul Woseen?
Well, yeah. And, no more because just quietly, Marsha, hot as fuck.
Oh, is she?
Well, she was back in the day, according to me.
Is it one of those 70s looking ladies?
Yes.
Oh, right. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh, I remember.
Lean? Lean? Was she real lean?
Lean.
They were so lean back then, people, weren't they?
I remember seeing like on the Solid Rock video, and I remember when I was a kid just being like just crushing hard.
She's a handsome lady, isn't she?
She's a little larger these days, bless her.
No, that's all right.
Oh, of course it is. Oh, it used to be like she was on The Voice. What? Surely not.
She was. I remember.
No. Look, that's my favourite Marsha. Like a little.
Oh yeah,
little
she looks
over,
like she looks like she was in a Smith's chips ad.
God, little overbite. Like the feathered mullet.
Oh, I know exactly.
As
soon as you said it, I knew exactly what she looked like when you said she was a hot 70s lady.
Jesus. Give me
I know
strength.
exactly. And I always had them on Smith's chips ads and stuff, and they'd have like little bikinis and that in the beach and stuff, and they were always real lean.
And you know what? And she never looked awkward.
Brown.
She never had an instrument.
Oh.
And she'd just sing, but she never looked awkward because she used to just do that 80s dance in the background and then walk forward to sing.
And didn't ever play tambourine or cowbell or nothing?
Nothing.
Good.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fantastic. I love Marsha. And I love Rose too, but she just wasn't as hot as Marsha, and that's not her fault.
I did a gig the other day and a lady turned up with a tambourine.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking hell. What's wrong with people?
There's a lot wrong with people.
Like, seriously.
Well, she's probably living on the razor's edge and trying to touch the sun, and you fucking...
What's wrong with people?
You probably told her to get fucked, did you?
No, I let
big
it go.
hero musician. No, go take your tambourine, go fuck yourself.
No, I let it go.
Sure.
Because obviously, if you're going to do that, there's something going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, can we have a quick break? Because my bladder's
wee.
going to explode.
Oh, shit, how do we do that? Well, you put a song on. Put on the next song. Put on Stand Your Ground.
Okay.
And you can do that
but it's
then,
the
'cause
worst
we're
song
going
on the
live.
album.
That's all right. Yeah, it's not great.
It's terrible.
We'll just hurry up and snap it off.
Just pause.
I can't pause because we're going live.
Can't you pause the recording and that?
Oh,
okay.
Nah, put it on. You'll be right.
All right, I'll go during borderline.
I'll talk to everyone. Oh, you reckon you can wait till then? Yeah, because Stand Your Ground won't be long because you don't like it. It's not a good song.
When you wake up one morning and they're pounding at your door, telling you your business and what you're doing it for. They might have a warrant, might have a law in there.
Tell you what I do like about it. It's a nice break with a different voice. Like I quite like bands having two singers.
I can't stand it.
I never used to like it, but now I do. And that, like, admittedly, that's not a great song, but it's a nice.
That was written by Marsha, I think. By Rose.
Oh, she sings it, eh?
Sorry. No, Rose sings it, but she didn't write it.
Right. It's a bit folky for me.
It's not. It's that horrible guitar sound for me, and Rose's vocals just aren't up to scratch, and I don't understand why, because later on she smashes it.
Right.
Anyway, that's
Yeah,
a bit of a... I could do without that one. Cheating Man, I can live with, and I quite like the song. Like you said, all those chords and stuff. It's just that fucking guitar.
You don't like Strats, though. It's widely known that
I
you
do
don't
like
Strats.
Like that.
Who's your favourite Strat player?
Well, at the moment, Graham Davidge.
Oh, right.
And Mossy, of course.
Well, Mossy's his buddy.
bloody Binksy.
Binksy a Strat guy, was he? I always think Binksy as being a pointy guy.
No.
Ah.
I love all these. I mention it often. Like, no one can make a Strat sound good like an Australian guitar player.
Yeah, that's true.
Except me. But that Strat is horrible. How did see
Mm.
you even picked that it was a Strat? That's how shit it sounds.
Oh, yeah, I know Strats. Yuck. I got a Strat. It's
Actually,
on the wall over there.
all right. So next track 6, Borderline.
Should I talk to everyone or?
No,
No, just play it.
let
Yeah.
it play. This has got a really
I've got a
beautiful,
toilet just around the corner there.
It's got a beautiful intro.
Off you go, mate.
Jeez, I'm busted.
Looking across the bay in the early morning light, chasing the feeling, washed up by the night. And the rivers run like memories from the mountains to the sea. We were always searching, running from town to town, chasing some endless feeling, trying to pin it down. I know you're scared looking back, and you're tired looking forward. Yeah, but what are you waiting for? Whoa. Well, yeah. Come on. And now it's come to crying, and the hardship, well, it shows. You're torn between the letting go and the fear of never knowing. I know I promised things before. Woo. I know I've never been that sure.
How'd you enjoy that? Was that good?
How'd you go?
Yeah, a bit better.
You better now? Nothing worse than
man.
needing a piss. In there.
Don't say
Yeah, when
piss.
you're on a train and you just need a piss.
I hate that word.
Do you?
No, piss, yeah.
Oh, I like it.
Gross.
Make you piss.
Yeah, so that song, I love that vocal intro is beautiful. I
Yeah, it
reckon.
certainly leads you into a false sense of what you think you're in for.
Yeah, and
And
there's
then
no
it
real
comes into
chorus or anything,
Yeah,
but it's
it
a
just
really
kinda
interesting
keeps going,
song.
doesn't it?
Yeah, and I reckon that could have been a TV show theme.
Well, I was going to say that before. Do you reckon Razor's Edge might be a movie in that? Or have they already done
Oh,
a movie similar
fucking
to that?
Absolutely. Well,
What
they
other
just
songs
released
you
it.
reckon might be a good movie?
Well, they just released that bloody Gravy movie, and I haven't watched that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to watch that. I don't know.
I think my wife tried to watch it, and she said it wasn't much good. But
You said it was
she's not
shit.
much of a barometer when it comes to movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Razor's Edge.
It
could be
seems
a
like
movie.
there's a big Australiana kind of theme, resurgence kind of thing in there.
Oh,
Seems to
imagine
be a lot
Razor's
of.
Edge would be a beautiful movie.
Would it be a bit too sad though?
No.
Like that. What's that movie with Michael Caton and he's a taxi driver?
Oh,
Last-
yeah.
Last
train
to.
to Birdsville or something.
Yeah, it's a bit sad.
Yeah, that's
good
pretty
though.
sad.
Good yarn. Like, oh, bloody, I love Australian movies,
They're the best.
aren't they? Australian music and Australian movies are the best.
I told my young apprentice at work.
You got an apprentice, have you?
I've had the last 8 weeks. I've been training the whole time, training and young people too, like young posties getting into the career.
What do you
Good on
do?
'em.
You show them how to stick the letters in the
There's
box?
a lot to it, mate. Fucking shut up. Don't start on the posties. I'll come after you. But yeah, I told her, I said, you've got a bit of homework this week because she was asking, I don't know how I got onto it, but I said, you got to watch The Castle and you got to
Yeah.
watch Muriel's Wedding.
Is she Australian?
No, she's from Carnarvon.
Oh,
So I said, it'll really hit home being
young,
from a
right?
country town.
young, 20, 23.
19.
Oh,
Yeah.
so they got no idea, right,
No.
about the castle.
None.
What'd she say? Oh, you don't know yet.
Well, my 25-year-old mate Jackson, I've been telling him to watch these movies for 2 years now, but he just refuses because he knows everything. So I'm trying to manipulate a few of the younger ones. I'm a real creepy old man.
Yeah, that's your job though.
Yeah.
So let them know what's what.
On the platform, number 7.
I went through borderline.
That's a CP.
Yeah, no way that's a Rhodes. No, that's a piano, I think.
I saw you standing on the platform, looking for a train to who knows where. You couldn't decide on your direction. All you could feel was the cold night air. So get up on your 2 feet, saw you standing up so high. Look at your reflection, do you see now what I mean?
That's a terrific song.
It's nice, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely.
Does it remind you a bit of Joni Mitchell? I don't think you know enough about it. You're not much of a Joni fan, are you?
No, I was getting more like Christine McVie.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
I can definitely hear a Christine, and Fleetwood Mac would have been inescapable back then, right?
Oh, yeah. But
Like-
that's the same person singing that's singing Stand Your Ground.
Yeah, that's way better.
She's so much better than what Stand Your Ground is.
Yeah.
That's really evocative. I love that song.
yeah.
It's about redemption as far as I can tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Redemption from what?
Well, just like redeeming everything that you've ever done wrong.
Yeah, right.
Because she's standing on the platform, or he's standing on the platform. She saw someone standing on the platform at least. So get up on your own 2 feet so you're standing up so high. Look at your reflection. Do you see what I mean? Yeah.
Evocative.
Very evocative. And I think there might have been that might have been the song that Trevor Lucas had the most influence on with his folk background. You reckon?
Oh, well, see, I don't reckon that sounds folky at all.
It
It
just
doesn't
got
sound
that.
as folky as some of the others.
I
to
think it's
me.
got that 70s LA sound to it, like the
Yeah.
Joni Mitchell sound.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I love that 70s LA
Oh yeah.
Paul Simon type. Oh, no, he's New York. New York kind of sound, I reckon.
Imagine what happened in LA in the 70s.
Well, imagine it was probably happening here as well. Wonder if they were doing heaps of coke and stuff over here. Probably not. I hope not.
What's the name was?
Who?
Your mate. You just said.
John Paul Young.
No, fucking Tommy.
Oh, Tommy. Yeah. He's a known drug addict.
Your mate.
For all our non-Australian listeners, if you call someone your mate, he's the furthest thing from your mate. I call people your mate all the time.
It happens at work.
I do it to my mate Nick all the time.
Who fucking messed this up? Oh, your mate.
Yeah. I say it to Nick, hey Nick, there's your mate.
And then
It's always some scumbag. Nick, your mate's here.
the most Australian thing to say after that is, he's not my fucking mate.
He's your mate.
You mean your
Your mate, you mean? Fucking not my mate, he's your mate.
Broderick Smith was involved. He produced the first EP.
Oh, okay.
I just realised, but that's by the by.
Who was Broderick was the Dingoes fella.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't fall in love. Why was that the first song that I
don't even know that
connected with the Dingoes? Because they did Way Out West.
I think
Terrific song.
You dreamt it like
No,
that
it's-
Shirley one.
And who was that? Oh, that might have been the Ferrets. You remember the Ferrets?
Yeah, Michelle and Ferret.
No, the Ferrets. There was a band called the Ferrets, and they had that song. I forget.
Just winding you up. Oscar style. Fucking hell, this is good being in control of this. I can shut you up. 4 weeks gone, everybody. 4 weeks gone.
It's been 4 weeks gone on those rolling plains. He's coming home again through that driving rain. Thinks the lady, she's waiting like every time they call. Sees the light shining through that open door. Can you never settle down? Can you never turn your head around and see the light come shining in the morning sky? Whoa.
You like that one?
Yeah, there's a lot to be said about a song that's got cross stick like the whole way through. If it was up to me, I'd play cross stick through everything.
That's a great song.
That's a great
This
song.
is where we get back on track, I reckon. On the platform was good.
On the platform was like getting back into it. But and you're going to hate this, but do you reckon the Paul Dempseys of the world, Shane Howard's their guy?
Oh, yeah, I can see the parallels.
Shane Howard's his guy, I reckon. So without Shane, there's no Paul.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I can see the similarities, but to me, Shane's just got so much more authenticity
Yeah.
and melody. I think
Good point. Good point, because I think the Bernards and the Pauls of the world, I don't know, they're missing a little bit of melody, aren't they? A little bit of like genuineness.
all the melody.
What's the word for I hate it when people don't use the right word, but what's genuine?
Genuineness. What's wrong with that word?
That's all right. Genuosity.
Oh, fuck, you got that so badly wrong that I can't think of the right. That's a really simple word. Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Authenticity.
Yeah, but that's...
I've already said that one.
Yeah, it doesn't
and then
have
you came
genuine
in
in
with genuineness.
That's a word, that'll do.
Fuck. Anyway, that song builds and builds and builds and builds. So listen to that one at home because it gets better as it goes along. We probably have got time to play them all since we're talking so much shit. But that's obviously about being a stockman and being out on the droving. The classic Australian drover being out on the land for weeks at a time, 4 weeks gone, obviously, and he's left his wife at home. And from what I can tell, he just doesn't want to go back. Or he comes back every now and then he just wants to go again, just feels the call of the land. And there's a very similar song written by Red Gum. You know what I'm talking about?
What's the Red Gum song?
Are you looking at my screen?
No, I can't see that far anyway.
One of my favourite songs ever written. Just so happens came out in the exact same year. Let's have a listen. Oh, not you. No. Fucking hell. I nearly played the John Williamson version.
Oh, shit.
That would have been a disaster. Jesus.
Oh, and just while you're looking that up, the Dingoes didn't do Ooh, Ah, Don't Fall in Love. It was the Ferrets. It was the Ferrets. I just looked it up.
Michelle and Ferret.
Oh, shit.
I was going to say, I don't remember the Dingoes being famous for anything.
I only say that because my mate Milesy used to play that song all the time. Sure, g'day, Chris. Yeah, listening? You are. And he is listening, I know.
Is he?
Yeah.
Hello, Mousy.
Oh,
You know this?
of course.
The faces in the photograph are faded, and I can't believe he looked so much like me. For it's been 10 long years today since I left for old Cork Station. saying I won't be back till the droving's done.
Fuck, what a great song.
How good.
Oh, and the bloody John Williamson fucking ruined it, didn't he?
So that very similar to me. There's another song called "Droving Woman" by Kev Carmody that's even fucking better. That goes for about 27 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of songs about driving, and that was a very romantic occupation. Still is, I suppose.
Yeah, and it's different to American driving
Very
and that,
different.
isn't it? Like
Very different.
Because this is, yeah. It reminds me of that story about Lenny, the kid that rode his horse from Melbourne to Sydney for the opening of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. You heard that story?
Yeah, that's like a Banjo Patterson poem.
Well, there you go. That's like it's just Australian. It's unique to Australia, isn't it?
Hang on, was that Banjo Patterson that wrote the Man from Ironbark and all those?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, and the Man from Snowy River.
Man from Snowy River and the Man from Ironbark.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh,
Unreal.
bloody hell, now we're getting into Australiana, aren't we? This is like proper Australia.
What was that other one? The Clancy of the Overflow. That's what I was trying to think of. Oh, fuck, that ruins me, that poem. Good Lord, talk about
poets?
sad. Well, you know what?
Any poets around anymore?
Shane would have taken a lot from that.
Oh,
kind of
absolutely. He would have been a big Banjo Patterson and A.B. Facey and
Henry Lawson.
Who else were the bush poets?
Isn't that a great tradition? Oh, fuck, I'm going to go home and read my book. I've got my Four Corners Australian poetry book that our grandfather gave me.
Oh, I love that stuff. That's the only poetry I know.
It's awesome.
Australian bush poetry. Well, it was bush poetry, I suppose, wasn't it? Because it was about the bush.
You know what, though? I could do without that fake Irish accent, thanks, Red Gum Man. What's his name?
Oh, yeah. Really?
Since the drought from old Cork Station.
No, but there's a good chance that he probably was Irish, though.
No, he's not. His
You
name's,
sure?
Yeah. He's got a real Aussie ochre accent. Hugh McDonald. Oh, hang on.
McDonald's.
I've got to look it up now.
Scottish.
otherwise I'm going to have people atting me.
Yeah.
The angry Irish population.
Oh, don't want to get offside with the Irish, I tell you. Just for everyone out there, my wife's Irish. My kids are half Irish.
Do not get offside with the Irish.
Yeah.
No, he's born in Cowell in South Australia. Come on, Hugh.
Two Irish immigrants?
Ace it up. I don't care. He was born in
Oh.
Australia.
Yeah, well, my kids don't get around with Irish accents. They talk like bloody West Australians.
And he was raised in Geelong, so I reckon him and Shane would have been mates. Maybe they were trying to outdo each other on the driving songs.
Well,
Anyway.
hopefully they weren't bloody sitting around doing the heroin and stuff.
No, definitely
No, I
not.
don't think so either. Smoking? They might have smoked a bit.
Oh, Shane smoked his
Smoked
face off,
Oh, did he?
like all proper Australians.
Oh,
Jeez, I tell you what, I've been off the nicotine now for about 3 months
good.
and
Good.
still want a nice big fat smoke.
Remember you saw that picture of an acquaintance of ours drinking a long neck the other day and you wanted a long neck?
That's the first time I've felt like hello. I don't know if Tim listens. I hope he does.
I'll send it to him. I'll say, g'day,
'Cause
Tim.
I tell you what, Tim loves this kind of music as well.
Oh, yeah. He's from Cowra.
Yeah, and when I saw him drinking that VB long neck, I thought, oh, look at that thing. And it was just, I could see how much he was enjoying it.
It, wasn't he?
Oh, just tipping it down his neck. But I'm watching you drink that one and I'm thinking, no, I don't want to ever have
Well,
another
I just
beer
had
in my
one.
life.
Well, and that's the thing is I can have one beer and I just had one beer as a Swan Draft. It's a beautiful drink of
No,
beer.
it's not.
Oh, it's good.
Yuck. You're slurring already. Factory Man, track 9.
I remember you. Close the back gate behind you. Say goodbye. Watch the river running by you. Hear the whistle blow. Stand to go. Leaving everything behind you. Don't wanna be factory
Shit, I forgot the steel guitar solo. That steel guitar solo sounds like if I went down to Manny's and bought a steel guitar and brought it home and played it.
Because what's the deal?
amazing.
You press them down and they do octaves, or how do they work?
Oh, no, they're way more complicated
Yeah,
than that.
because I saw a tutorial on a guy and he was only seeming to play like three strings and then he was pushing it up and down. It's amazing when they do it. It's fucking incredible instrument.
Yeah, they go up in fifths and fourths and all kinds of stuff. But then you don't even have the pedals. You've got the knee levers that.
Oh,
So you're doing foot and knee, like pushing sideways. And fucking, I don't know how they do it.
yeah, that wasn't a great
No,
display of pedal steel.
not at all.
playing.
But I still love it because someone had a fucking go.
We're all about that.
Yeah.
Someone going for it.
I don't know who it was. It was probably Davidge. He seems like a bit of a daredevil.
Yeah,
But,
maybe Shane had a crack.
That's my favourite. If it wasn't for Razor's Edge and Solid Rock, that'd be my favourite. I love that song.
What sort of factories are you talking about?
Well, his dad worked in a factory for 48 years.
Jesus.
And it would have been, I imagine, would have been a car factory because Geelong was a big car manufacturing
Yeah, like
town.
some sort of metalworking or something like that. I always think of factories of like, you know, when you see people making hats. I saw a thing about like the Akubra hat factory the other day. It doesn't look like a real nice place to work.
No, it'd be horrible. It's just
Well,
repetitive, dull, boring work.
48 years.
48 years. I saw, and I only
Fucking
found that
hell.
out yesterday because I watched an interview with him.
Wonder if they climb up through the ranks so when he gets a cushy office job kind of thing at the end of it and like running people, or if he's just on the floor for 48 years.
You
Jesus,
think-
it's like, it
Yeah.
bloody blows your mind when you think about that sort of stuff.
But that's the thing with some factories. It's not hard work at all. It's
Yeah.
just so boring.
Some
that-
people like it though too, don't they? They don't have to think about it. Like I could probably, I always like reckon I'd go good in a factory, like in a warehouse. Sorry, like in a warehouse. You know, like organising boxes and getting stuff in and out and all of that. I always kind of
Yeah, organisational work, but not if you're on a production line.
just like doing the same thing. Yeah, when you
Like-
see people making stuff like making drumsticks and stuff like that, it's like fucking hell.
Be pretty rough. Anyway, I think that's a great song. And then we close it out with Children of the Southern Land.
Children of the southern land, you don't need to cry. And children of the southern land, see that morning sky. And people of the western world, hang your heads and cry. And people of the western world, you let the eagle fly way too high, coming down. Oh. And look across the western plains, see the danger there. They'll take your land.
So is that like solid rock light?
Kind of, I think.
Kind of.
Yeah. I don't think that wasn't a great choice. I like that song. It's not like, it's not one of the
it
best,
doesn't-
obviously.
Doesn't blow my skirt up really, that one.
But I think that it would have been better served put sort of in the middle, because I think it's too, like, you can really tell that Shane's really emotional on that song. It obviously means a lot to him, but I think it's too much for the end. I would have gone with Factory Man for the last one, but that's just me.
But
I'm
then, when they were putting together albums, though, you think, oh, Factory Man's such a good song. We don't want it to put it right at the end in case people don't listen to it.
True.
Well, what were the singles? Did they have singles?
Yeah, just Solid Rock and Razor's Edge.
Yeah, right.
They were the only two. But if you go on YouTube, you can find videos for Cheating Man and something else. So they might have been like, they
Yeah, well, what
threw
was
them out.
the Solid Rock film clip? I can't remember it.
Oh, you don't remember it?
No, I'm going to have to have a
Amazing.
look at it.
Like live on stage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, and it's kind of shot
Oh.
it's shot from right over stage left, so looking across Marsha and
Oh, shit, I'm going to
and
watch
Shane.
that.
It's great.
I'm going
Fantastic.
to watch that. I love that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And I think they're a little bit like AC/DC. I think they just shot a heap of different songs and put them out as videos. But there was one other really famous song that came out around this time, but they didn't put it on the album. It was recorded a little bit afterwards because Shane was actually asked to record a song to help for those of you that don't know, there's a river in Tasmania called the Franklin River that was going to be dammed in the 80s. They were going to just ruin the whole ecosystem and dam this river to create hydroelectricity, which they ended up doing a bit further down anyway. But it was a big political football at the time, and they asked Shane to record a song about it. And I might just play just one snippet.
Oh, it's like a protest song against it.
Yeah.
Or to raise awareness about it.
But it's a very famous song in Australia. Very catchy chorus. I don't know if this is a good version or not.
They put this out as a single after.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. There's a live version. I'll play that one instead. Sorry. This is probably I reckon this would be their second famous song behind Solid Rock.
Oh, Tasmania, the hardest heart would understand. Just to feel your wilderness, your silence sings to me. So let the Franklin fall, let the wildlands be. The wilderness should be strong and free. From Goanna to the southwest shore, has to be something worth fighting for.
Now that is the perfect protest song, if you want to call it that. Immediately catchy, easy to sing along to,
Yeah.
instantly memorable, and it helped. They didn't dam the Franklin. You still see bumper stickers around, especially over east. Don't dam the Franklin or
Oh, right.
yeah. It was a
I
huge
don't-
issue at the
I didn't
time.
know much about it at all.
Yeah, massive issue.
Australia don't have any of those kind of Live Aid and...
No, but they had a big concert for it.
Yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen the Canadian Live Aid thing
No,
with Brian Adams
I
and
was just about to say, is it just Brian?
Brian Adams, Neil Young? Oh, you got to see it. It's fucking unbelievable.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
What, just like as a big crowd or good performances?
No, it's like unbelievable how it even got made.
Oh,
It's like that wishing all my love down the well or whatever, that one that Krusty that Krusty put together. And they're showing, like, instead of Quincy Jones in the control room, it's got David Foster. You know David Foster, right? The big mega producer kind of guy. Oh, you got to look that up. It's
Is
fucking unbelievable.
Mutt Lang in there?
Well, he might be, but there's probably only about 5 people that I recognise. Like Joni Mitchell's in there. Like you mentioned, I don't know how they got Neil Young and Joni Mitchell because it's like this big overblown 80s shit.
Oh man, weird stuff
Yeah,
happened.
Australia hasn't done that, have they? To its credit.
Oh no, there was that big one, the one the Midnight Oil played at not long ago, Wave Aid.
No,
For
but I
the
mean like
tsunami.
recording a big song for Africa or
Oh
something.
right,
or-
no. Oh, they probably. I bet Lee Kernighan's done something like that.
Yeah, he would have James Blundell.
Did you have a Lee Kernighan story that you were going to tell us?
Yeah.
What's that on the group chat? We might as well hear it now.
Someone told me that Lee was doing like a 40-minute set somewhere where no band or nothing like that. He was just going to fly in and whoever
That's
the poor
me.
buggers. Oh, that was you telling
That's my
that story.
yeah.
What, that he flew in on a helicopter?
Yeah. I was there.
Oh, that was you.
That
I was
was-
trying to think who it was. I was like, fuck, someone told me a Lee Kernighan story.
That was me and Pat O'Donnell.
Oh, of course.
Me and Pat O'Donnell and his wife Kelly and Bryce Stacker on the drums. We had a gig at Pasparley Wine.
But he was only doing 3 songs or something, wasn't it?
I'll
Or
tell you in a minute.
did I
Hang
get
on.
it wrong?
I got to figure out who it was for. Pasparley Pearl.
Ah, right. So big corporate sort of sponsorship sort of thing.
Paspali Pearls, who are a massive, like, billion-dollar company that ship pearls out of Australia, like rape the fucking environment. And, yeah. And they they had some big corporate function thing in Mudgee, of all places, at one of those massive wineries. And they hired our band to go and play. But when we got there, we just thought we were doing our 3-set standard cover gig. And when we got there, they said, "Oh, you guys will go on first." And we only had to play for like a half an hour or something. And then Lee Kernigan's coming, and we went, "Oh, okay, no worries." So we get up, we play our half an hour. I'll never forget the look on Bryce's face. Oh man, it was so funny. And we play our half an hour, and we're looking around. We finished. We're starting rolling our cables up and stuff, and we're looking around trying to figure out where Lee's going. And this fucking helicopter just landed in the middle of the field, and he jumped out, ran on stage. Some lad handed him an acoustic guitar. He played "Boys from the Bush," and what are his other two songs? Anyway,
whatever.
He handed his guitar back to this fella and got back on the helicopter and fucked off. I'll never forget it. It was unbelievable.
Well, it might have been.
Fuck. How did that even happen? What did they pay him?
Oh, I see stuff like that all the time where I look around, I'm like, fucking, what is this costing? It continuously blows my mind.
I know we got $1,000 and we thought we were doing pretty good, but then when we saw...
well, then he would have got probably 15 for that, plus whatever it costs.
I reckon more. I reckon he probably got 50 grand.
Fucking blows my mind, that sort of stuff.
And
I see it all the time.
You know what the best thing about it was, though? He was absolutely awful.
Yeah, oh, no doubt. Remember he had that song Out of the Night She Sets the House on Fire? Remember the ads? Out of the night she set the house on fire, something else with a burning desire.
We shouldn't be taking the piss out of Australian artists, but he deserves it.
Oh, that sort of thing, yeah.
Oh, that's right. It was someone asked about Tanya on the group chat.
Tanya, because they're like Janet and Michael Jackson. They've never been seen in the same place together.
Oh, that sucks, because I thought you were going to have a real good...
No, I've got a Steve Ford story.
Oh.
Steve Ford in the Flange.
Really?
Yeah.
That he
spewed on stage. And this is...
He was a big deal around Grenfell.
Yeah, remember they had that bus and everything. I reckon he's fair game and fair. And this is 100% can be verified because this comes straight almost from the horse's mouth.
Oh,
but he got
GD.
No. From someone else who was there, and he said that he was blind, like spent all day drinking Jack Daniels and carrying on. And got on stage and was going okay, to his credit, was going okay getting through the songs and stuff, and then just kind of casually went, hang on a second, just went fucking more and fully more all over. They couldn't even get off stage, and then was real drunk, real stupid drunk after that, and someone had to come and get him off stage.
Oh, you know what he did? During the global financial crisis, he went over to the States and bought up a heap of slums.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's a slumlord.
Doing all right, is he? He's fair game, I reckon. And
of course he is. He's a country singer from Grenfell that turned into a slumlord in the USA.
Well, apparently this, and it was at one of the real big gigs like that CMC Rocks or something, and he never ever got invited back because he just disgraced himself on a big stage. And we've all spewed at a gig before, but not a Snowy Mountain CMC Rocks kind of thing.
I love how you can't mime someone spewing in Australia without saying fucking before it. He went fucking more.
I defy anyone that's ever had a big grog spew like that hasn't ever said said, fucking, fucking. You know those ones? Trying to hold it in. You start crying and shit. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, I tell you what, if there's something funnier than watching someone spew, I'm not here. Fuck me.
I can't anymore. I just feel sorry for him. You know what? I remember the last time I spewed, and it was fucking after I'd been at the Elephant and Wheelbarrow with you.
Oh, yuck.
That seriously was the last time I spewed.
Good. I can't remember the last time I had a grog spew, but fucking hell, they're pretty funny when you think about it.
Fucking.
That was a big roar.
That's what Larry used to say, remember?
Yeah, do you need to roar? Hey, Sammy, come over here. You reckon you need to roar? And he'd just be fucking egging you on so that you would have a big roar, even if you didn't need to roar.
I remember him saying, where is he? Oh, he's just there having a roar. Oh, fuck.
Oh, make sure you don't roar on the purple carpet. Fucking hell. Jesus. Sorry, we were talking
shit,
we're talking about the Goannas. The Goanna.
These were supposed to be half an hour long.
Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed yourself. We've enjoyed ourselves. This is our new, well, not our new, this is not the only format. We're going to still keep going with the other ones, right?
Oh,
because
definitely.
people seem to be enjoying that. But we thought you might enjoy this format as well. We've enjoyed it thoroughly. And it means we can get more of them out.
It is fun.
Which is good.
And there's so much to explore.
Oh, mate, we have got some absolute bangers coming up, haven't we? Bands that, you know, that couldn't sustain a whole Oz Rock Radio episode.
I'm crying. Yeah, thank you, loyal listeners. And please tell your friends and family and other people who don't mind stories about Lee Kernaghan and vomiting.
Steve Ford.
And Steve.
And the flange.
The slumlord.
I didn't know that. That's good.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Thank you for sticking with us, and please keep sending us suggestions and messages on Facebook or wherever you want to, because it's it is quite humbling reading people that take the time out of their day to get in touch and say how much they're enjoying it. So
you can comment on our YouTube videos now. So this is going to be up on YouTube. I don't know what it's going to be called, but we'll put it in the thing. It'll be Oz Rock Rated on YouTube, I suspect, but we still haven't set that up yet. But it will be by the time you're watching this.
I've got to see what it looks like when I'm trying to dance like Michelle and Ferret.
You'll be right. Looks good. Okay, we'll see you at the next time.
Oh, fucking hell. Nearly shit.